smiling at me as so many times before. I'll never wanna be away, leave you again. You are all I want and more. It's true.
Hey sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you another Sunday reset. I'm going to go ahead and get all of the spaces that I need to get done reset today. I also have some preserving to do and just some fruit to prep for the week as well, so I'm going to be sharing that with you. I do want to thank Dodotop for working with me on today's video, so I will be sharing with you what they sent me. I will go ahead and leave a link down in the description box to their website if you want to check anything out. But again, thank you Dodotop for working with me on today's video. But let's go ahead and jump on into all of this homemaker motivation. Okay, so I'm excited to share this with you. This is from a company called Dodotop. They specialize in designer handbags that are very, very close to the real handbag, but they are a replica and they're at a fraction of the price. So they let me go ahead and choose a bag. So I did choose one out of the Louis Vuitton collection, and to open this, it just has this flap right here where you can open it. Such a nice box that it comes in as well. And then it comes in this bag. So the bag is like a Louis Vuitton bag, but it is in plastic, so you can see that it is all, packaged up. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. And then if you were going to give this as a gift to somebody, they have all of this beautiful ribbon in here that you could tie this up with, and then the bag as well, which I think that's a really nice touch, is that they add a gift bag. If you were going to gift this to somebody, you could just easily put it in this bag, and I think that is really awesome. After pulling the bag out of the packaging, it comes in this beautiful, nice carrying case that has the brand name on it, and then it is all sealed up inside of here, which is really awesome because it comes in that plastic to protect it, but then it's also in this bag as well, so it is double protection, and I really, really like that. Okay, this is what the bag looks like outside of all of the packaging. You have a standard pocket down here that zips and unzips. And then this is just magnetized with a button. Inside of the purse, it's extremely spacious. There's so much space in here. It's just an open bag. Got a little pocket here, so you could put anything you need to in the pocket. Has its tag, but there's just so much space in here that's really nice for me, because if I'm just going somewhere quickly, I could throw a package of wipes and a couple diapers and some necessity things I'll need for my children in here. It has this beautiful carrying holder, so you can hang it or carry it right here. And then it is backpack style, so you do have the backpack straps to carry it as its primary carrying method, but then you also have adjustable straps, and you can see I already adjusted them. They were here, but I wanted the backpack a little bit tighter, so I went ahead and put them on the smallest notch. So there is that, but then it also comes with an additional strap and attachment. So there's that, and then comes with the little Louis Vuitton tag and all of the little cards and things in this bag. But this is super high quality. They had all of the gold wrapped up in plastic, so that way it wasn't to scratch or anything like that. All of the zippers were wrapped up and cared for. This was the stitching on the bag. Looks really nice. I didn't notice any like fraying or anything anywhere on the stitching. The inside of the bag is this soft leather type material. It's very, very beautiful. So for today's Sunday reset, I'm just going to take you along as I do everything for the day. So some of it might seem a little bit jumped around, but that's just the order in which I'm getting things done today. So I'm going to go ahead and start in the bedroom and get the bed made. I had plans on washing my bed today, but the kids had other plans for me yesterday and had a cup in here while they were watching TV, and it accidentally got spilled on the bed, and so I had to wash the sheets and everything. So those got washed yesterday, but that's okay. We're just gonna go ahead and make the bed today and just make it nice and tidy. It's one thing I love doing is making the bed. I just like how clean and put together it makes the room feel, but it also stops me from getting back into the bed in the morning, because if I don't make it, I find that me and the kids will just come in here and snuggle up and have a lazy day. And sometimes those days are important and are just nice to have, but today was a day that we really needed to get things done. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the bed today and work on getting the rest of the things done. This pineapple I had bought in my last grocery haul, but it wasn't quite ripe enough yet to cut up and eat. So it had to sit on the counter and just ripen a little bit. But now that it is ripened enough to eat, I'm gonna go ahead and core it and slice it and then get it put in my mason jar, so that way it will last a little while in the refrigerator, and we have fresh pineapple that we can snack on or add to breakfast or as snacks or whatever we need it for. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this prepped.
It's a good day today. It's a good day today. It's a good day today. I don't know what it means, but there's a smile upon your face, and I see something shimmering in your eyes. And they say if you want to glimpse the future, you need space. And you said you'll put down your morning guns. Would you follow me to wander?
So these potatoes are part of the potatoes that I mentioned a couple of videos back about my cousin giving me a bunch of produce from her garden. She gave me this 5-gallon bucket of potatoes that we picked together, and so I'm getting around to preserving these today. So I'm gonna go ahead and take them out of the bucket and put them in the sink and kind of just rub the dirt off of them, and then I'm gonna put them in some cold water to soak, so that way I can clean them, because when I can them, I'm going to leave the skins on.
So the days became weeks, it felt just like the night before. You were slowly fading in my mind. When you left, I was so completely gone, but now I'm sure you were some of the best of things to find.
So now that the potatoes are soaking, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the kitchen table from breakfast. The kids just got done with breakfast. We got started early this morning, and so I'm gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up while the potatoes soak, and then we will work on the potatoes again here in a minute.
If you're everything that matters. I find it hard to not give in.
Once I let the potatoes soak, I went ahead and put them in this colander after rinsing them off, and then I'm just going to go ahead and cut them up into the size pieces that we like for having canned potatoes, and cut off any of the spots that aren't looking too great. And when I'm chopping them up, I go ahead and I put them in a stock pot full of water, because whenever you do that, it kind of gets that like white milky substance off the potatoes once you've cut them up. And then when you rinse them off again and you put them in your jars, you end up getting clear water after canning them. So if you did not know that, after cutting up your potatoes, rinse them off before you put them in your canning jars. And then when you fill it with water, your potatoes will come out clear instead of the like milky, cloudy color that they happen to get when you don't rinse them off. It was a new trick that I just recently learned, and either way you do it, they're still really good and edible, but it just makes them look a little bit prettier on the shelf. But I went ahead and left the skins on these ones and just put them in the canner. I had almost a canner full. I was just missing one jar from having a full canner, but while that is heating up and getting up to pressure and things, I'm just going to go ahead and do the dishes, wipe the counters, clean the sink, things like that.
In times that are changing and when hope is fading, I know I can turn to your embrace, 'cause there's so much beauty under your heaven, and I'm grateful every day. Sometimes I give up, just wanna be on my own. Even in the darkest times, you give me hope. So I lean on you when I'm lost my way. I keep holding on for a better day. I lean on you when the world's astray. I left my heart open so you hear my prayer. I left my heart open so you hear my prayer. I lean on you and I'm lost my way. I keep holding on for a better day. I lean on you when the world's astray.
In case you guys happened to miss my last video, we finally shared part 1 of the home makeover, so I will go ahead and link that up in the cards, and if you haven't checked that out, definitely check that out. It kind of shows the process in which we did the backsplash and painted and things like that, and we do have more spaces in the home that we want to tackle. We still need to do the hallway and the other side of the kitchen and the laundry room. We also would eventually like to do the floors in the living room, because the carpet is 7 years old, and even though I have cleaned it multiple times with the carpet cleaner, we just are really ready for a change of pace. But that might come during tax season. We're not sure. It just all depends. Having a one-income family, these are things that we really just have to be frugal with and save up for. And we also want a new kitchen sink as well. This one, it started leaking a couple weeks ago underneath, and my husband was able to fix it, but we just know that the sink is getting old as well, and the pipes underneath there just really need some love and some TLC. Even though they're only 7 years old, they are just, you know, they don't make mobile homes like they make normal homes. So we definitely just need to do some upgrades. So hopefully soon we'll be able to do a sink, and then I'll share the rest of the painting with you guys as well.
Nobody loves me better. Guess I'm just too scared to settle down. There'd be many nights I got too high and almost left town. But there's something about you, something about you I like, about you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die. too drunk and too scared and lied to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better, yeah. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better.
These kitchen floors were in desperate need of a cleaning, so I'm just going to go ahead and vacuum all of this, and then I'm going to mop as well. But looking back at this view on this voiceover, I love the white so much, as well as the backsplash. We originally thought about painting the cabinets to brighten up the kitchen, but we ended up painting the walls because, like I had mentioned in the makeover video that I shared, us doing the painting and the backsplash, my almost 3-year-old son colored on the wall, and I tried to get it off with everything imaginable. And because mobile home walls are kind of like they have a paper film over them that's kind of like wallpaper, they're not like regular drywall, the ink just soaked into the wall and I could not get it off for the life of me, and it was a big patch that was colored on. And so we've wanted to paint for a while, so that just kind of gave us the extra push to paint. But I'm so glad we did, because painting the walls and doing this backsplash has just lightened up the kitchen so much. It was such a dark kitchen, and I loved the dark cabinets when we bought this place, but I didn't like how dark the kitchen was. And you know, paint is not super expensive. You can get reasonable paint, and so I knew that it wouldn't take much for us to lighten the space. We just honestly never got around to doing it, and I'm just glad we finally did, because I like it so much more now. But now that I'm done with the floors, I went ahead and put the timer on my canner because I was finally up to pressure, and my bedroom is right off of the kitchen, so I can still hear the pressure canner while I fold this laundry. So I'm going to go ahead and get this laundry folded and put away while the pressure canner is processing. And that's one thing I like about the layout of our home, is my bedroom is so close to the kitchen, so I can see and hear everything that's going on in the kitchen just from my bed. And I really like that, especially when I'm coming in here to fold laundry. I can still keep an eye on everything out there.
Well, something's gotta give today. It's a good day today, and not tomorrow. There's no time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give today. It's a good day
After I was done with laundry, I had to help the kids with a few things, and at that point I had turned the heat off my pressure canner because it was done, and I let it depressurize before opening it. And now I'm going to go ahead and remove all these jars. These are just so beautiful. I absolutely love canning and love sharing the knowledge I know on canning, and it's just so fun and relaxing for me. So I'm going to go ahead and get the jars removed so that way they can fully cool and seal, and then I'm going to work on cleaning my son's bedroom.
tomorrow. There's no time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give today. It's a good day today.
Quite a few videos ago, I was talking about doing a toy declutter, and I really need to get my butt moving and get going on that very soon, because the kids' birthdays are in a couple months, and then we have Christmas shortly after that. So I know we're going to be getting a lot of new toys, and I really just need to declutter what they have, because there is stuff that they don't play with very frequently, and I know that they're just not super interested in it. But I had mentioned a few videos back that I just didn't know how to declutter these toys because I feel bad getting rid of toys that are in perfect condition when people have spent money on them. And a lot of you said involve the kids in, the decision making and things like that. And I have definitely tried to include them in that. Unfortunately, they don't really understand why we have to get rid of toys. Even when I tell them they're going to get new toys and their birthdays are around the corner and Christmas is around the corner, they're still just like, why do we have to get rid of our toys? And I try to tell them that we're going to give them to somebody who doesn't have toys, who would love them. And I just don't think they understand the complexity of that yet, even though I still want to try to involve them in it. But I think the biggest thing for me is myself. I am definitely not anybody who hoards things, but I kind of have like sentimental value to certain things, and I don't understand why, but I think it's just like I feel bad because family members have spent money on these items and they're in great condition. They work, it's like I know somebody's, love and thoughts and money and time went into picking these gifts out for the kids, and then I hate to just get rid of them after a year, like that doesn't seem like very long. And so I've tried to keep their toys for at least 2 years. Some of the stuff my daughter has is even 3 years old at this point, but she still plays with it, so I don't get rid of it. But we live in such a small space, so I would like to do toy rotation, but I just don't have the space for that. Like, unfortunately, our outside storage area is extremely small and there's critters out there, and so even when we put things in bins and things like that, it is just not easily accessible, and critters still find their way into anything and everything. So I don't want to put toys out there that my kids are touching frequently and consistently, even though they can be cleaned. It's just not ideal to do that, but I just need to get into a mindset of coming in here and looking at what have they had for a long time, what do they not play with anymore, and just try to declutter some items. But I also did mention to family members that for birthdays and Christmases and things, that they don't have to get the kids just toys. They could do like a activity with the kids, like I can't figure out the word I'm trying to use for it, but like for instance, take the kids to the zoo and have that particular family member be a part of that with them, like experiences. That's the word I was looking for. But people could do experiences with the kids as well, and then come with us to those experiences, so that way they can enjoy the kids during that time too. Thank you all so much for being here. You guys are seriously the best. Anytime I post over on Instagram asking for prayers or just post in general, you guys always come through and are so sweet and so kind and so wonderful. And even in the comments here, like I just love chatting with you guys. It is such a beautiful community, and I will say that time and time and time again. You guys are so wonderful. So thank you so much for being here. If you are in need of prayer, please leave it down in the comments, email me, or send me a DM on Instagram. I would love to pray for you. I hope you all are having a wonderful summer and have a wonderful and blessed day. I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.